Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication.
Chance for a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that's been won straight back. And it's Pirlo. And a chance! Soboslai gets good distance on it. So just the one early goal to report so... Tries a shot!
Ratchaburi would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
Looking to play him in. Kilishoy picks it up out wide. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Well, plenty of early set pieces here. Lloris gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Joelinton going full tilt down the left. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gets to show off his quick feet. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Looking here to chip it through. And he's straight offside. Al Nassr upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Marquinhos is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Pirlo could try cutting inside here. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Look, when we talk about decision-making, there's a great example. Strong and decisive.
Marquez. And it's Yaya Toure. Pirlo. Strokes it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Oh, well played. Donatoni. Looking for options for movement. Passing is crisp and sharp. There's the shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. 15 minutes till half-time. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And that's definitely not his best. Now it's Szoboszlai, and it's Kukçu. Good read, needed to be. That's a little off target. Tries to play it through. Howson cuts it out. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
Ratchaburi really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Fiore. This looks promising. Well, that looks a decent ball. He shot a goal! Marquez. He is through here. Can he finish? It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Al Nassr really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And it's been taken short. Szoboszlai tries across. And the keeper gets his hands on it. And now they can spring out of defence. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Linton. Donatoni. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a good-looking... He rises! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine... And we hit half-time. reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. And here's big chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping! And here's Pirlo. Toure gets into a good position. Chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kokchu. Fiore. Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. Now it's Donatoni. Pirlo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? More and more pressure on the ball here. Suarez with the foul. Donatoni. Plays a sharp little ball here. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Yaya Toure is always scanning the pitch for targets. Driving forward. That's a good ball out wide. Engages and forces him off the ball. Marquinhos. Now Hausen. Fiore. Kilitshoy.
The attendance for this match was 51,000.
So we've reached the hour mark. That's been cut out, well played.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And he's there to retrieve it. And this is Yaya Toure. It's run loose here. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Linton. And that's another good win of the ball. Pirlo. And it's Menu. Now Menu. Knocks it into space. Ronaldinho. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Szoboszlai. Can he get onto this? Marquez wins the duel this time. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, Red, nice interception. Fiore. He's found a way through. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No way through. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's found a way through. Menu. Look at the space. There's the shots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass?
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way.
It's impossible to ignore the genius that is Andrea Pirlo. He plays a deeper midfield role, but his...
He's having a shot! Well, now it's a race. And again! Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer caresses it through. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. It's not an especially good pass, that. Tries a measured ball. Ferdinand. And he cuts out the supply. Ronaldinho. And it's Beckenbauer. Cruyff. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Mainu. Chips it through. Pirlo. And he stands tall, impenetrable. That's good play. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And we have our very first corner. Van Dijk with the clearance. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too...
Bullish header! He's scored! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Roberto Carlos does well to stand firm and defend it. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Luis Suarez. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Mainu plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Nicely weighted ball. This might spell danger. Pirlo. Now, can they get him away? Pass somewhat off target. Marquez. Van Dijk. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mainu. Beckenbauer is always looking to break lines. Yaya Toure. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Toure unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Luis Suarez for Yaya Toure. Threads one in. And this is Ronaldo. Brilliantly cut out. Luis Suarez, a player who needs no introduction. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Yaya Toure. Gives it back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, such a clever touch. Toure was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. It's their second corner of the game. Indonesia are looking to go forward now.
Ratchaburi can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Menu. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that has put paid to that.
This is the time you need that pace.
And the pass is intercepted. Tries to pass it through. And that pass just didn't quite work. Yaya Toure. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Can he get on the end of this? Played through for him. Lloris gets it clear. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Referee has just said play on. Beckenbauer. The ball's gone astray. And the half-time whistle goes. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. Ronaldinho! Oh, how good is he? That is a gem! An absolute gem! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Rafael Varane. Probing pass. That's good vision. And he gets rid in a hurry. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Menu. Oh, sweet feet. And it's made its way to him. And this is Ronaldinho, looking here to chip it through. And they win it back again. Can he get it through? Now, who's going to be first to this? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Shevchenko showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. That has not gone well. Ronaldinho looking understandably energised after his goal. Beckenbauer. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Varane defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Ambitious ball here. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, they've got it again. Ronaldinho. Foot in. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
Oh, off the bar! Decent hit from there.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And it's Ronaldinho. Look at the space here. Cruyff.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Bellingham. And the shot! It's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Indonesia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 11, Bellingham. Coming on to replace him is number 20, Rooney.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our...
And Owen! And he skips past his man.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Thuram. More and more pressure on the ball here. Van Dijk makes the interception. Beckenbauer. And he's being shifted off it. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Mbappe looks to get on the end of this. Yaya Toure. Šeško. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That's tidy. The final 5 minutes.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Beckenbauer. Little pass back. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. It's a searching pass. They get a throw in.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 6, Roberto Carlos. Coming on the field is
hangs in a cross.
number 18.
And Dijk is there, and he can get that clear. Pele. Šeško can be a real threat inside the box. Vitinha. And that's that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
everybody,
The
and
fans have
welcome
pulled
to
out all the
today's
stops
match.
to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway.
Here's a man, Peter, that inspired so many and always said that success is no accident. It takes hard work and perseverance.
And how he epitomised that attitude. He worked so hard to become a player so far ahead. Oh, shooting chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well seen, saw that coming. Vieira. Now it's Menu. Luis Suarez. Schneider. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's running through. Shot a goal! And it's Vieira. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Al Nassr have the chance to go the other way. And he was quick to react. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Roberto Carlos concedes a free kick for that. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Engages and forces him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Aimed beyond the defence. Now there's a fine ball. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Danger averted for now. Belletti. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Vieira. Oh, easy pickings there. Ronaldinho looking to be a menace in the final third. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Menu, and it's Ronaldinho. Yaya Toure looking understandably energised after his goal. Pele, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played. Well,
And the finish! Oh, he's been caught napping. Opts to play it back. That's a lovely, neat pass. Played into space. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Schneider. Belletti. Beckenbauer. Rijkaard. Luis Suarez. Look at shoots! Oh, taken with style. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Giorgio Chiellini, Jim. Now there is a defender who loves to defend.
Yeah, and he's a very capable one too. I mean, this guy is all a
Big chance! Oh, it's hit the post! That has not gone well. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And this is Luis Suarez. Menu. Oh, that's delightful. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, good spread. Bergomi cuts it out. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Here's the header! No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Can he get on the end of this? Messi. And Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Rice with the short one. And that has been knocked clear. And this is Messi! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ronaldinho. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Menu. Looking for options for movement. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Knocks it into space. And this is Hazard. And this is Neymar. Crunching tackle. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. Vieira. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Hazard can so cleverly bypass the press.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be...
And he's let fly!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Messi. Oh, it's come loose! Oh, it's Ronaldinho. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ronaldinho plays it in. And that's been well dealt with. Vieira. Threads one in. And it's hoisted clear. Endrick. Hazard. It's a pretty loose pass. Yaya Toure. Tries to pass it through. Ronaldinho. And here's Ronaldinho. And it's Menu. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Hazard. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Ronaldinho. Passing is crisp and sharp. Yaya Toure is always scanning the pitch for targets. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And this is Ronaldinho.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Great defending, strong and determined. Nicely weighted ball. And it's Menu. Ronaldinho. And here's Menu. And this is Ronaldinho. And there's the end of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague and they look worried. Suarez is behind this one.
He could tee it up for someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
Menu. And this is... Oh, shooting chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Pass somewhat off target. Hazard. Played into space. Oh, played through for the wide man. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Hazard! Just off target. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Looking to play him in. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Substitution on the field.
Well, this looks promising in terms of
Suarez.
Distance and angle.
Number 20.
That's really nicely
Number
played.
37. Menu.
Vieira.
Number 11.
And the shot's on here.
Coutinho.
And the shot! It's a goal! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
He's having a shot! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Just a quick announcement, and an exciting one too. We're about to announce today's lottery numbers. Please watch the screen if you have a ticket.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello,
2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like
today's
that.
match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Now here, Jim, is a truly unique player, Sergio Busquets, a player whose greatness really... Šeško! They want to be quick to recover this. It'll be a throw-in. Zanetti. Xavi Alonso. Forlan. Well, played right into his path. And he's managed to get from Neymar! Decent chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Some really good ball movement.
Bangladesh would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
And it's Yaya Toure. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And this is Luis Suarez. And he's goes for a shot! There it is!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So, a breakthrough already.
Batistuta really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Marquinhos is very much of the non-shall-pass school of defending. Šeško. And here's Ronaldinho. Probing pass. That is a brilliant interception. Distributed tidily. Now it's Forlan. Great vision. He's through here. And Batistuta! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Bangladesh are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players...
He's having a shot! In for the pieces! Sticks it away! And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And it's Vieira. Gives it back. Now it's Luis Suarez. And he's away. And a chance! Oh, taken with style. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the lead now is 2.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Suarez takes control of it and he's on the move. Azar. Yaya Toure is always looking to break lines. Knocks it into space. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Gets his head on it! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Busquets. Oh, this looks sharp. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zanetti. Xavi Alonso. Toure, who's set up one goal so far. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, this is a great position. And here's Ronaldinho.
There will be 1 minute
Yeah, that does
time.
look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Suarez ready to try one. Luis Suarez! Decent hit from there. Zanetti. And it's Xavi Alonso. And there's the end of the first half.
Ratchaburi are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Strokes it back. Might be danger here. Yaya Toure. Vieira. Ronaldinho.
Ratchaburi clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Out towards the flank. Yaya Toure, he gets big! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Koundé. Busquets. Passing is crisp and sharp. Yaya Toure. Now it's Yaya Toure. Oh, good read. Xavi Alonso. Azar. Rafael Varane.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing. Great chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Ronaldinho. And it's Kukçu. Marquinhos does well to get it back. Xavi Alonso. Yaya Toure. Oh, well measured. Šeško driving forwards. And this is Yaya Toure. Backward it goes. Played out to the right. Look at the space here. Great ball, and he's in here. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chance here to counter. Well, that looks a decent ball. Ronaldinho. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And here's Suarez. Here's Vieira. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. It's Forlan. Now it's Batistuta. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Forlan. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
And if you do have a chance today, please take some time out to give your support to our Better Stadium Fund.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Isco. He's the one with the magic feet, Peter. He's the kind of player who can change a game with a single touch, unlocking a defence or creating space to get a shot away. I'm assuming that he's been tasked with being the creator-in-chief here, and you can see him picking out runners and setting up people in that final third.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Pelé. Ronaldinho. Look at the and a chance! Tremendous from Pirlo!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer.
Goes for a shot! They've scored! 2-0, and in next to no time. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Fernando Torres. Out to the left it goes. This looks promising. And he shoots! He scored! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Torres. Played out to the left flank.
Might want to be careful there.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Stood up well to him there.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Looking to play him in. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And here's Isco. De Bruyne. He's played it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
And he cuts out the supply.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Ronaldinho. He's picked his way through. That has been cut short. Khan with the clearance. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. Great skill, that's nice. Does well to stand firm and defend it. But they've got it again. De Bruyne cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And it's Gusto. Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Ronaldinho. Hazard. And he's managed to get Hazard!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gusto. Now it's Isco. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Gusto. Oh no, what has happened here? He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Out to the right, he can run onto that. That's been cut out, well played. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Now it's Torres. And Torres! And he comes up trumps again.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now this could be a chance. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
2 added minutes
Isco.
has been indicated.
Quality ball. Ronaldinho.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Tele. Oh, that's fabulous. Tele! Oh, a decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
De Bruyne. Check claims comfortably. Pirlo. Ronaldinho. Driving on and making good progress. And it's Azar. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Torres. Vieira does well to get it back.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Gusto has it out. It's a mighty effort! No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
We have got changes here from both sides, in
Coming
fact.
on to replace him is number 25.
Rafael Varane.
Substitution in progress.
Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And it's Vieira. Neymar. Olise. That's a little off target. Ronaldinho. Tries a shot! Off the post! Ronaldinho is flagged offside. Isco. Rijkaard. Thuram gives no quarter whatsoever. Oh, good-looking ball. Neymar is a player that's rather hopeful. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Decent progress down the left. Shifted it to the flank. He's in space and looking for options. Hazard. Chance to deliver.
Cambodia clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho purring through the gears. Threads one in. Isco.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He won't be happy with that one. And here's Suarez. Well read, nice interception. Isco goes steaming forward, tries to play it through, and this is Torres. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Skims one in, and he's taking no chances there. Neither of these two want to come off second best, and it's Neymar.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Shoots! It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. They really do have to make something of this. Shot a goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And for a moment, time stood still. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening
Hello,
here.
everybody,
A clear
and
night,
welcome to
all the
today's
ingredients
match.
for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Actually, can he finish? Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Pepe attempts a clearance. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. And it's Ronaldinho. Clarence Seedorf, Jim, a player of immense intelligence and relentless brilliance.
Yeah, he is the total midfielder, Peter. He's essentially a 10, an 8 and a 6 all in one. His tactical intelligence, his athleticism, his reading of the game, ball-winning capabilities make him a one-man counter-attacking unit.
A probing pass. Roberto Carlos picks it up. Oh, smashing header! And it's a goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Seedorf. Maicon. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Maicon is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now it's Luis Suarez. That is good alertness. And the pass is intercepted. Šeško! Now it's Yaya Toure. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And here's Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure. Knocks it out wide. That's a clever-looking ball. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Kukçu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Passes short and sharp. Van der Sar gets it away. And he's only too happy to take that back.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Hullet. Can he spark a counter here? Pepe. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, it's Nedved. Nedved will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Šeško dominates aerially so often, and he's onside, and the shot! Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to restore parity. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he thumps it clear. Pinches it off him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Luis Suarez. That's been cut out, well played. Seedorf. Maicon. He's found a way through. Seedorf. And the shot! Goal! Portugal! Into the lead once more. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Vieira. There they go, hunting in packs. Now it's Nedved. Roberto Carlos. That'll be a throw.
Substitution on the field, number 8, Marquez.
Approaching half-time and
Coming
still behind. Can they make something happen now? Yaya Toure. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Luis Suarez. Vieira. Kukçu. And here's Suarez. Chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Now it's Hullet. Van Dijk proves too strong. Vieira.
2 added minutes.
It's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
Really well played. He read that perfectly.
Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And the whistle goes for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
And it's been given away. Real chance! He's got a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was...
Shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Now it's Ronaldinho. That's very neat. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Nicely aimed pass. And it's skewed away. Great ball, and he's in here. Nedved. And it's Ronaldinho. Vieira calmly anticipates. Oh, they could break here. Not the most accurate pass. Vieira. Ronaldinho.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Portugal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 30.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Number 42.
No, that was never going to make it.
Number 11.
Menu.
Ronaldinho. Number 10. Kukchu.
Raul.
Coming on the field.
Bebeto.
Number 18.
Here's Vieira.
Bebeto.
Passing
Number
is crisp and
17.
sharp.
Owen.
Now it's Gullit. Rodri
Beckenbauer.
plays the game a step ahead of
22.
almost anyone.
Raul. Number 37.
Rafael Varane.
Menu. Substitution.
Now it's Gullit. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. He's a sharp little ball here. Bergomi. Bebeto. Vieira. Beckenbauer. Can he get it through? Thinks about the shot. Nice sequence of passes, this.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Gullit is onto this. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Raul. And it's Menu. Ball is over the line.
Substitution in progress.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vieira. Raul. Now Menu, looking tidy in possession here. Nicked it back promptly. Some really good ball movement. Valverde. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, well played. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Vicious ball here. Caught offside that time. Bebeto. And it's Menu. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. And it's Gullit. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is lovely. Valverde, and this is Gullit. Bebeto puts his foot on the gas. Rooney, always looking for that half a chance. Roberto Carlos. Rooney. He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Šeško, big chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. It's starting to look like a done deal now. There's Bullet! Raul. Menu. Bebeto. And that is that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Now it's Menu. And this is Luis Suarez. Now it's Menu. Oh, that was vital. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Rafael Varane. He's solid in the air, Peter. He's tough in the tackle and a very good reader of the game. Most of all, though, if something goes wrong when the opposition break through, he's got the pace to get back and make a vital intervention.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Can he get on the end of this? And it's made its way to... Shoots! He's scored! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Nedved. Roberto Carlos. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Luis Suarez. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Ronaldinho. Pepe cuts out the pass. Could move up a gear here. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Šeško. Portugal look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
And this is Hullet. Shot could be on. He's had a shot! He's got a goal! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
He's in a great position here. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the press. Knocks it out wide. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And this is Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos. And it's Yaya Toure. That ball looks a good one. Šeško! Michael. And it's Ibrahimovic. Vieira. Yaya Toure. Played with finesse. Oh, important interception. Nedved. Hullet. Vieira. Probing pass. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Luis Suarez. Vieira demonstrating his defensive quality there. And it's Maicon. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He is through here. Seedorf. He's done well to get that clear. Good read, needed to be. He can get that clear. That could spell trouble. He might be in here. Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! Marvellous goal! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Time.
Now it's Nedved. Now it's Hullet, and he's managed to get free. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that has been cleared. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time.
Hello everybody, and
Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. And this is Hullet. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Seedorf. Maicon. He's shifting through the gears here. Knocks it into space. Seedorf! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substitution on the field. Number
Size
9,
really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Number 30, Sheshko. Number 37,
Maicon plays it short.
Mainu. Number 42, Toure.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Number 17, Owen.
This is their
Number
second
20,
corner of the game.
Number 5, Franz Beckenbauer. Number 15,
Maicon with the
Pirlo.
short one.
Number 10, Kukcu.
Tries
Substitution
a
in
shot!
progress.
Shot, surely! And now they can spring out of defence. Beckenbauer looking to get on the end of this. Rooney. Oh, it's Seedorf. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Threads one in, engages and forces him off the ball. Hullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Portugal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Turns and goes back. Rodri. Beckenbauer pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. The counter is on for Portugal. Maicon. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Substitution on the field. Number
So,
6,
third corner of the game.
Vieira.
They've
Coming
played
on
it
to
short.
replace him is
Ah,
number
such a clever
23,
touch.
Ambrosini. Substitution.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now.
Oh, shooting chance! No mistake! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Well, there was to be no other outcome.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So all square, and not for the first time.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise. And the finish! Goal! Portugal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Cafu! Look at the space here. This looks promising. Plays it across. Owen being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Pull it. And this is Rooney. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
And it's Rooney.
That's good play from him.
He's found a way through. Rooney, very nicely done. Pirlo is always scanning the pitch for targets. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Ambrosini, Van Dijk, Rafael Varane. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified.
Ratchaburi really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now it's Rooney. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Pirlo.
Has been indicated.
Ambrosini. Šeško. Rooney. And here's the chance to counter. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He has found the way through. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Kukçu. Beckenbauer. And it's Kukçu. And that will be it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Ratchaburi definitely struggled to get going. That was sensed by their support early on, and it just compounded the frustration.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.